Hi, I'm Groundbreak1, and this is Midgardia RPG. Today we'll be playing Savage Worlds Sagas and Six Guns by Robert Bucky. And I have these people with me. Sam?
Hello, I am Sam, and I am playing Six Gun Sven.
Hey, I'm Gazian. I'm playing Rota Red Axe, a Valkyrie who is stuck with the party.
And Pi.
Hey, I'm Pi. I'm playing Crazy Eyes Anar, and I'm probably the reason that Rota thinks that she's stuck with the party.
Alright, just before we get into the game proper, I would like to thank our sponsor, Roll20. Roll20 is a virtual tabletop application that we use for pretty much every game that we play. You can play a variety of games using it, including, obviously, Savage Worlds, D&D 5th Edition, Call of Cthulhu, which you can actually get access to some stuff free because of the coronavirus, which sounds like a weird set of causality, but it makes sense, I promise. So if you're watching this and missing your tabletop sessions because quarantine, Roll20. It will help with that.
And by that you mean due to unnamed virus, because apparently you can't name it on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, everything gets demonetized if you say it.
Well, great news. We're not monetized anyway.
Well, I was... All right, shut up.
I appreciate the thought. Yes, due to the unnamed virus that doesn't have a name that we can speak, apparently. All right, so Sagas and Six Guns. If you're avid fans of Cool Crowdfunding, which is the interview show that I do with various creators, you're familiar with the setting because I interviewed the creator back when it was on Kickstarter. But Sagas and Six Guns is an Old Norse Old West setting. Basically, the premise is Norse mythology is true, basically, and the lovely people of Midgard, i.e., Scandinavian cultures, colonized the West, which is not exactly North America, but like kind of. And yeah, that's about it. And everything looks like the Old West, but with runic writing on it. That's it. That's the setting.
Truly, you are a paragon of elegance and virtue in describing settings.
I do my best. I mean, there's rampaging trolls. There's a giant train network that crosses the land. There's like 5 kingdoms. There's Jarls.
Does Rhoda have a Pegasus?
No, I have a normal horse.
Oh.
Oh yes, and speaking of Rhoda, there are Valkyries. Sort of. Unfortunately, a large group of them ended up stranded on Midgard, which is the Norse plane that Earth is on, as opposed to like Asgard, Vanaheim, Niflheim, etc., etc. They're not really sure why, but it sucks, and they can't use like half of their powers. Which means there are various people like Rhoda Red Axe kicking around trying to figure out how the heck to get back to Valhalla. And die gloriously in battle doesn't work. They already figured that one out.
Because we're Valkyries. So, die gloriously in battle is for other people.
Yep.
We also can't see our friends who are not stuck on Midgard, so that's depressing.
Yep. You know they're there because you're fairly certain the Valkyrie stuff is actually true because you've done it yourself. But yes. All right. Do you guys have any questions about like setting stuff before we get into the adventure itself?
Nope.
Give me 5 minutes and I'll probably come up with one once we're doing something else.
That makes sense. All right. So.
Sorry, that was my phone. Sorry.
I don't think that's canonical.
Wait. You're telling me they invented guns and explosives and couldn't make bells?
I mean, I think the phone isn't canonical. I think they managed bells. But they'd have telegraphs right now, I believe. It's about as far as it gets. I'm sure Alexander Graham Bellson is somewhere out there. Anyway.
Sorry, that's my coworker calling. I silenced my phone now.
Okay. Get wrecked, coworker. It's Sunday.
That's right.
All right. So it's a brisk morning in the middle of the month of the 12th moon. There are 13 months in the Norse calendar, one for each full moon, basically. So it's roughly equivalent to our world's late November, early December. You've been on the road for several weeks and are rather low on funds, as is the way of wandering drifters. You find yourselves sitting on the balcony of the. Damn, I was like, man, I should run a Norse influenced setting. I'm not gonna screw up the pronunciation of everything at all. But you find yourselves on the balcony of the Hivitsirksen Hotel, which I am going to just go ahead and drop in the chat. Hivitsirksen, I think. Enjoying your morning coffee and bacon, and sharing a copy of this morning's Worm's Breast Herald, the local paper. So what are you guys getting up to while you're eating your lovely breakfast?
Yeah, I went to say something and I'm actually not entirely sure. I feel like I'm just eating more bacon than seems possible.
Beautiful. I'm probably reading the paper and scoffing that all of it is wrong, and clearly they need to test these things before they print them. Absolutely awful.
I'm probably sitting near both of them, and I have my arms crossed and my hat brimmed down low, pretending to be dozing.
As you do.
Don't like getting up too early, of course.
All right, Einar, as you're reading the paper, you come across the following article, which I'm going to do my best to read in a dramatic voice and hope that the echoey nature of the room that I'm in doesn't completely ruin this. Bloody troll attack claims life of pillar of the community. A tragic turn of events as another fine citizen of Worm's Breath has had their life taken by monstrous trolls. Yesterday, Ingvar Maxson, owner of Maxson's Lodge, the Promontory, and the Worm's Breath Grand Hotel, was found killed in his own home. The wounds consistent with that of a troll attack. Mr. Maxson's son, Dr. Ulvkill Maxson, stated that the family takes some consolation in the knowledge that his father had a knife in hand, and no doubt went down fighting, and now sits with Odin in Valhalla. Jarl Knut Rogstad has offered a Vergild of 500 rings for the confirmed slaying of this troll, and is making its way, troll that is making its way this far into town. The Worm's Breath Chamber of Commerce has also offered to match it. Rings is the local currency. Wergild is basically, if you kill somebody, it's the fine that you have to pay, more or less, in traditional Norse culture.
So it's legal to kill people if you're rich.
It's more complicated than that. But like, if you kill somebody by accident, you'd have to pay the Wergild. Killing somebody intentionally would probably result in you being branded an outlaw and exiled from your community. And outlaw is really literal in this sense. Basically, you are not bound by the protections of the law, so you can be killed legally with no consequence. So yeah, kind of.
Beautiful.
Seems like we should go kill a troll and get paid.
That's fair.
Now, who did this troll supposedly kill?
Ingvar Maxson. And I will say one thing before we get slightly further into it. The way they do Norse names in this keeps screwing me up, because surely Ingvar Maxson would be the son of a guy named Mac, but Ingvar Maxson's son is also last name Maxson, which is not how it works traditionally in Norse culture.
Right.
Also, Einar, can you give me a common knowledge roll?
Common knowledge isn't common. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but I got a 3 to 5.
Right,
so you take
the
the higher of that, so you go to 5.
And standard target number is 4, I believe, for this kind of thing. Einar, it's odd for a troll to venture that deep into town, and the article doesn't make any mention of anybody else seeing it. So what would you guys like to do?
Whoa, 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 whoa. How does a big fat lumbering troll get in and nobody says anything? Just because all of you look like trolls because you're all tall and lumbering.
I don't think I lumber.
The back of your knees all look the same.
Why are you looking at our knees?
Einar is very small.
Okay, but he's not that small.
Einar's got fucking Duragar blood, so like, actually maybe, yeah.
Okay, it's either look at your knees or I'll look at your asses.
Or from now
Okay,
on, you're
okay.
walking in front.
Your knees all look the damn same.
He brings up a good point, though. How did it get into town? Like, someone would have had to smuggle it into town, right?
That's why I was asking who was killed. Like, maybe it wasn't really a troll. Maybe it was just made to look like that.
Or maybe someone's got some strange family that they've been keeping in their basements. Poor Eric.
I feel like it would be easier to fake something looking like a troll than it would be to hide
a troll.
Troll, yeah.
Wow, that didn't copy correctly at all. Well,
that's
some of it's right. It's just the title that didn't copy correctly. But there you go, it's all in chat. Plus a few additional spaces and weird capitalized bits.
It is 1,000 rings, though, so we probably should figure this out. It's a significant chunk of cash.
Yeah. How much is living expenses, like lodging and food for a week or a day? How many rings is that?
Let me very quickly flip through the thingamajiggy. But thingamajiggy, I mean, the book.
Yes,
well, a suit would cost you 10 rings.
Well, that's important, though.
That's true.
How much is a horse?
A riding horse is 100 rings. A draft horse is 120.
So basically, we could buy 10 horses with that much money. That is a significant number of horses.
Yes.
A night with a cheap prostitute is $2. 2 rings.
Is that actually listed in there?
So I can have a friend for a year and a half?
A high-class prostitute is $20 rings. I keep saying
for a
not
year and a half?
Not for a year and a half, no. Per night.
I don't know what you're talking about. More importantly, a bottle of beer is 0.04 rings.
Yeah. So that's basically 4 copper rings. It does the same sort of like gold, silver, copper thing that good old Dungeons and Dragons does.
Excellent. How the hell is a hat 4 gold? Okay, anyway.
It's a high quality hat.
Okay, yes, but let's just point out that a Stetson is twice the price of a fedora, and I think that's beautiful.
That's fair. Anyway, so what would you folks like to do?
Let's go see about this troll attack.
Yeah, let's go see if we can check the murder site.
All right. Let me just quickly. Yeah, there it is. All right. Sorry, flipping through the document. And also, I will give you a fancy image. Boop. I didn't change the size of the actual map, so you get a bunch of white with it. And no, my knowledge of Norse runes does not extend to the point where I can read any of these or tell you if they're correct. I would not place much, I would not bet on them being correct. Like, it's all actual runes. I would not bet they say anything. Right, so you were, how are you going to,
Seems like it would
Sorry?
be a big oversight, because those signs are big enough that you could actually read the runes.
yeah,
You'd think they would want to make them. Anyway.
yeah.
It's for the aesthetic.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough at Old Norse to tell you if it's correct or not. It's probably not just a cipher of English, though, because it doesn't look like that. But anyway, how are you going to find this guy's place?
Do we not just... I mean, he sounds kind of famous. Do we not just know where Maxon lives?
I mean, you guys are wanderers and driftery types. This isn't your hometown.
Weren't we in the Grand Hotel?
You were in
Yeah,
a,
but he was killed in his own home.
Couldn't we just ask someone, hey, where does the boss live?
you were in a shittier hotel.
Oh,
Of course we are. We're
You
low on
guys were in,
funds.
you guys were in the Hivitserksen Hotel, as opposed to the Worm's Breath Grand Hotel.
Oh.
Basically, imagine the like cheap motel, like a Super 8 or something. That's where you were.
Can't even get a Motel 6.
We're
No,
in
this one-
Motel 4.
This one's two better. Don't worry about it. I've never stayed in a motel. I have no idea what's good. I assume they all suck.
That's, yeah.
All right. I stand up. I say, all right, Sigrid and Freya are ready to go. And I put my hands on my two guns. Let's go find out what's happening.
I'll follow. It seems like a... Yeah.
Shrug. All right, let's go. Make some money. It'll be great.
So where do you want to go?
I want to go outside in town, and is there any place people are converging on? Like just staring at stuff? Because if there's still an investigation, then I would assume people are still hanging around, being useless around there.
I mean, it's been long enough that it's been printed in the paper, so it's probably been like a day or two. I should note that the article does mention the local Jarl, Knut Rogstad, who may have some information for you, given that he's offering a bounty. The Jarl is basically the mayor. But yeah, most people are just kind of going about their day.
So we can probably find the Jarl at some kind of government office, town hall, or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small western town, right? There's probably only one sort of law building.
If you want to kind of like ask around and inquire as to where you can find the Jarl.
Sure.
All right. You can usually find Jarl Rogstad. You find out from the clerk at the hotel, whose name I'm not going to try and pronounce again. At the brothel they owns, the Polished Copper, which is about a 10-minute walk from the hotel.
I'm sorry, the what?
The Polished Copper,
Okay,
which is a brothel.
of course.
Let's go to a brothel then.
Thought you'd never ask.
Well, you won't hear any complaints from me.
That's what I was afraid of.
I think Sven knows where the brothel is, and he starts walking there.
Yeah, made note of it on the way into town.
Yes.
Not
Well,
even
my-
made note of it, just already
Yeah.
knew.
Already knew. It says, I was born and raised in Midgard West, and I've ridden every trail and can name damn near every single saloon and brothel.
Oh, so like actually,
That's
okay.
Yes.
beautiful.
That's good. All right, so you make your way down to the polished copper. There are some, soiled doves present. They kind of eye you all up as you walk in, trying to figure out if you're there for business or what. And Jarl Knut Rogstad sits at his desk, looking over a set of ledgers. He wears a tweed suit, his hat sitting on his desk, and has a big, bushy mustache. He looks up as you enter. Morn, let me guess, y'all hear about that article in the Herald?
Yes, that is why we are here.
Right. Article. Yes.
He stands, offers his hand to each of you in turn, and introduces himself. Well, I'm glad to hear. My name's Jarl Knut Rogstad. I run this here establishment. And I'm offering a bounty to see if anybody can find that terrible, terrible troll. Do you folks have any questions for me?
Well, do you have any leads on where the troll went to?
That's the damnedest thing about this whole unpleasant occasion. You'd figure a troll would not be able to just lumber in and out of this town, and the implication that it can concerns me greatly. But nobody's reported any sightings of this troll. In fact, this is the third such strange death by trolls. The poor meadery owner, Asvard Storolfsson, and a soiled dove, Ranvig, working down on Crib Street, which is the red light district, I guess.
The meadery owner. Did the troll eat all the meat before it left?
Or is that another brothel?
No, the meadery's an actual meadery. And no, strangest thing, most of the meat was still there and intact.
What do we know about trolls? Do they normally eat lots of meat? Like
Mead. With a
well,
D.
both.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they normally kill and eat people. Yes, they're big fans of meat. Deer, bear, people, other trolls.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me that a troll lumbered into town,
Three times.
killed the meadery owner, did not eat the meadery owner, and did not eat any of the meat.
Again, mead with a D, the alcoholic drink.
Oh, mead.
Oh.
I thought you were saying meat.
Sorry.
Me too.
I tried to
The
emphasize
troll-
it, but that one doesn't work.
What you're telling me is the troll did not come in and get drunk? Okay, so
Yeah, that's
Still,
even more
like, the
incredulous.
troll didn't cause any chaos, and that's surprising. Like, this is 3 quiet-ish kills by a troll?
You can see why I'm so concerned in offering such a generous bounty.
Certainly, yes.
Could we see the last attack and see if they've... Maybe there's tracks. We're not
you're
naming the troll Pookins.
the troll's name is Pookins.
Oh, well, I don't think the troll's name is Poopins. Sorry, you're asking where Maxon's house is then?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. Yeah, he gives you directions to Maxon's house.
Excellent.
Anyone
Do
have
we
more
have to drag
questions
away
for him
Sven?
before we leave?
Sorry, guys?
Oh no, Sven will be back. I asked if anyone had more questions for him before we leave.
Yeah, but they're not for right now.
Okay.
All right. Well, Ingvar Maxon's house is down on the corner of 3rd and Fehu Streets. If y'all want to go take a look, Dr. Max and his son's still there. But
So, but as we start to leave, I look at the two of you and I say, maybe we should go look at the Mead house first.
I like the way you think.
I have no objection.
all right. So you head down to the meadery, which is a strange name, but hey. What do you say when you go in there? Like, there's still staff kicking around and stuff.
I say, how much for 3 meads?
I'm gonna have to go quickly look at the thing. 3 bottles of mead is 6 silver rings.
I gotta check to see how much money I have.
I may not have
Implying
actually
that
put it.
Garm put it in.
I feel so called out, but also yes. I may have forgot to copy over gear, although like your weapons should all be in there correctly.
We
My
have
gear
no
doesn't
gear.
even say rings, so
Yeah.
Rota
yeah,
is broke as all get out.
Yeah, it does say at the beginning of the module that you're low on funds, and I'm looking
Oh.
at the pre-gens now, and yeah, you have 1 week worth of trail mix each, and that's about it for like.
Okay.
Rip.
Yeah.
So I say, how's business since the incident?
Oh, it's we're getting by, but yeah, the days since the death of our dear owner have been it's been troublesome, but yeah, we're doing our best to keep going. We know it's what he wants to do. He loved this meadery, you know.
Anybody odd hanging around while, well, a little bit before?
You do not want me to do the talking.
That's fair.
For our listeners, Crazy Eyes isn't one of those ironic names. Einar tends to stare at anyone he speaks to, and many find it rather off-putting, resulting in -2 to all persuasion.
Rota Red Axe is not of this world. Being a Valkyrie and having for centuries only come to Midgard to ferry the dead to Valhalla, Rota is culturally, socially, and technologically awkward. I have a -2 to persuasion rolls.
Well,
This
Sven,
is beautiful.
please talk for us.
You're all gonna love this because Sven is gruff, which means that he he is extremely gruff and people often find him very abrasive. He suffers a -1 to persuasion rolls due to his demeanor.
Yay.
Yeah, we're not good talkers.
This is beautiful.
Maybe one of you should have picked Torvald. Oh well, I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Anyway, the staff member then says, "Are you investigating the cause of his death?"
Well, we heard it was a troll.
That's what they say, but it seems quite strange for a troll to come so far into town.
Yeah, and without causing any chaos on the way to boot.
So, who said it was a troll first?
It was the opinion of the undertakers after looking at his body.
The Undertakers.
Yes,
Sounds
Ulfson,
like we
Ulfson,
should
Ulfson.
Sounds like we should go talk to the Olsen triplets.
Mary Kate and Ashley.
Yeah, all right. I mean, that would be Ulf's daughter. Although they do the names wrong, so yeah, it very well could be. Also, it says Ulfson, Ulfson, and Ufelson, which I think that's a typo. Although it would be incredibly funny if it was just like one unrelated guy with those two. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um,
they get much work around here, or they just say everything's a troll.
Well, this is certainly not the most dangerous part of Midgard, but they get enough work, mostly hunting accidents or
Troll
many
attacks.
strange things. Yes, the occasional troll attack, but usually not this far into town.
All right, well, where'd he die? We gotta look at this, right?
Sure, I can show you back to his office, which is where he met his most unfortunate end. It doesn't say if he died like fighting or what, so I don't know if they'd be really torn up about it. 'Cause maybe he went to Valhalla, but like, who the hell knows? Anyway, the staff show you, or the receptionist shows you back to his office. The blood's been cleaned up, and most of the personal items are sitting in a box in the corner. There's not a whole lot. Like, there's some claw marks in the floor, presumably from or I guess claw attacks in the wall is slightly more likely, from maybe a missed strike with the troll's claws or something. You see a wedding photo sitting on top of the personal effects. Anything in particular you guys were looking for?
Yeah, if these were claw attacks, maybe there'd be troll hairs or claw that came off or something and got stuck in the wall.
Oh yeah, or even like scratch marks along the walls and stuff.
Or does it look like someone with a sword or possibly maybe an explosive that went off? Not that I would know about those.
Anarchy, give me a notice roll. Maybe I should just call you Crazy Eyes.
No.
No. You're really looking and hoping for it to turn out to be an explosion, but you don't seem to find any evidence of an explosion, although you're sure it's here somewhere. Anybody else want to take a crack at it?
I'll take a look. Got a 3.
Yeah, no dice.
No,
that was a
two
D4.
dice.
Yeah, that was actually 2 dice.
Midway through saying that, I knew I'd made a mistake.
Sven, you want to take a look?
Well, I am not the brightest bullet in the gun, but I feel like we should see some evidence that shows some kind of a. Holy crap! What happened? I got a
Exploding
10.
dice.
Oh, exploding
Yeah.
dice! I forgot. Oh yeah. I'm
There was
not
an
the,
explosion.
yeah. I'm not the brightest bullet in the revolver, but I feel like we should see some real evidence of a big troll in here.
Hey,
Right.
the dullest bullet still kills people.
That's true.
All right. Also, yes, the system does use exploding dice, which can lead to weird things here and there. It uses exploding dice for both ability rolls and damage as well.
Like rolling a 10 on a D6.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Well,
that
that's
would
what
have been,
I was thinking it was going to show me the whole equation, but
if you mouse over it, it does.
yeah, fun.
And
Nice.
also a bunch of
Those
okay,
are
I
all
see why
the,
it's
if you're distracted or encumbered or whatever. So all the things that
Right.
could affect the roll.
right.
Nice.
Okay. What was I saying? Right. So that's not only a success. That is a success with a raise because you succeeded by 4 or more For every additional 4, you get a raise, which is basically another margin of success. Anyway, you examine the room fairly closely, and you've been in Midgard West all your life. Troll attacks are nothing terribly new for you. You're familiar with what trolls are like, and you can see that like some of the floorboards here and there are kind of bent in, possibly from the weight of a very heavy creature such as a troll. You can see the claw marks in the walls. They're about as wide apart as a troll's claws would typically be. Any particular aspects of this you're looking to examine beyond that?
I mean, I was looking for if there's any kind of like fluids or anything that look like they wouldn't have come from a human, or damage to the anywhere other than the body.
Well, there's the marks on the wall and some bent stuff on the floor, but it looks like the place has been cleaned up by now.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it maybe was a troll here. Look at the floor. It's sort of buckled in and All right, I'm convinced. Let's go find a troll.
Should
How
we
to
check
how
the
to
other
get in?
sites first?
Sorry, guys?
Oh, no. How to get in is a good question to ask first.
How'd it get in?
Damnedest thing now that you're thinking about it. You'd figure a troll would be a little bit too large to get in here. But it doesn't seem like it smashed through a wall, Kool-Aid Man style, or busted in through the ceiling. It almost looks like it, maybe went in and out. Like you can tell by where the slight damage to the floor is that it seems like it just kind of appeared, maybe.
That's troubling.
Don't like this.
Nope. Is there anybody in town that can make things appear and disappear? Any
Mages?
strange children? Sure, that too.
Like a magician, or
Yeah.
No. Like, oh, don't invite so and so to the gathering. Weird things always show up when they do. People with strange rumors that follow them.
Or like a witch doctor, a voodoo person.
Don't believe so. Although I do like your line of thought. The sound of me rapidly scrolling through, double checking and making sure that what I just said is true.
You said it, so it's true now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, maybe we should go to the second victim. Who was that again?
That was Randvig, a soiled dove, i.e. prostitute, who had rented a crib, which is basically a one-room shack, out on Crib Street.
Let's go check out the crib.
Back to the brothels.
So as we're leaving, I turn to the person that we've been talking to, and I say, have there been any other attacks that maybe we don't know about?
Oh, I hope not. It's a dreadful business, but just the 3 that have been reported as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
Shout out to my phone for telling me it Midgard is live.
Only a few minutes late.
Yeah.
I gotta go. They're my favorite streaming group, so I gotta go watch that. All right. So you want to head to Randvig's crib, which I'm sure you got the address from the Jarl.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I should note that the Jarl also isn't the law of the town technically. That would be the Law Thane, who is a different dude. Let me type that in chat because it's not spelled how you expect. Norse.
What?
Oh, I was totally thinking Thane.
Yeah, that's how I usually see it spelled, but they went with that one for this, so yeah. But yes, as you approach the shack, you see a man leaving, hat pulled down over his face. He looks at you for a second, then away, and he quickly walks off. What would you like to do?
Who's that? I want to know who that was.
Well, you're in the prostitution area of the city.
What's your point?
Usually we don't like to be noticed when we come down here. That's what the point is.
I do not have experience in this area. I will bow to your debatable knowledge.
That there is definitely not several people that you notice hanging out along the street, Sven. Or several people you recognize, rather. And by people, I mean prostitutes.
Right.
And by prostitutes, he means soiled doves.
Yes.
Yes.
I do recognize them.
If you've been here before, probably. Most of them seem... Well, most of them have probably been here a while. So you guys want to, knock on the door of the place, or...
Yeah.
Right. You knock on the door, and it's opened by, well, somebody you can reasonably assume to be another soiled dove with, blonde hair and blue eyes and the sort of clothing that one can quickly get out of. And she says, "Oh, hello. I don't do groups."
We are here to investigate the troll murder.
Oh, yes. The terrible thing that happened to Randvig, the
Yes.
girl who had this place before me. Yes.
Could
come
we
in,
step
come in.
inside? Thank you.
Sure. Why don't you all give me notice rolls while you do that?
I'm good at that.
You're not good at that, Gazian. Why would you lie to me?
Are you Gazian?
There is one thing on my sheet above a d6, and it is fighting. I am waiting until we find a troll, okay?
Look, the two things above a d6 for me are repair and weird science, so...
Yeah, I think it's actually supposed to be like rune casting or something, but I made a mistake when entering it. But yeah, we'll see if that can. Because I assumed it was like, oh no, you're Einar. Weird science is correct. It's somebody else I screwed up. I think somebody who's not in this game, so that works out. Never mind.
You never made any mistake. Why would you say something like that?
I've never
don't
made
know
a
what
single
you mean.
mistake in my entire life. No.
Doubt.
Heavily doubt.
All right. Let's see. Einar, you succeeded with the magic of exploding dice.
You don't have to sound that shocked about it.
Einar, you succeeded. You're finally putting those crazy eyes to work. You can see a dark stain on the wooden floor near the, I guess calling it a bed is a little bit generous, but near the place where sleeping and other things likely happen. But you can reasonably assume to be, blood. Not recent, but probably from the murder.
I'm going to helpfully point this out and say that, well, that probably ain't from womanly trouble, so this is where the murder happened, eh?
Thank you, Einar.
You're welcome.
Oh pie.
I'm just going to share a look with the soiled dove as the other woman in the room.
don't know if you menstruate, and I don't think we're going to answer that question.
Yes, but I can share the look of men.
That's fair. um. Anyway, yes, it's terrible that she meets such a horrible fate, especially after what happened to God damn it, what was his name? What happened to Asfard Sturluson, the meadery owner? She seemed very upset about that, and it's shocking that she'd meet the same fate.
Did they know each other?
Why was she upset? Was she a heavy drinker?
Sven, can you give me a networking roll
Sure, maybe.
That's a
if you have networking?
Networking. No? Where's that at?
If you don't see it, you don't have it, right?
Yeah, I don't have it.
Right, because you all picked the
Unskilled?
yeah. Can you do unskilled rolls in Savage Worlds?
I don't know. It's the top thing that's listed.
You can. It's a D4
Oh, yeah.
-2.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, yes.
Oh, yes, lovely.
Um, yeah,
rolled
no,
a a 0 and a 1.
that is unfortunately not enough,
Yeah.
which I'm sure will shock you. Does anybody else want to take a crack at trying to get some information out of Hurldney, which is her name?
Sure. Don't have networking. Don't have dice.
What about you, Einar? Good ol' crazy eyes.
Look, it's helpful because I'm really short, which means I'm not distracted by the voluptuous cleavage that's in the room.
You're only distracted by the very nice ass.
And the knees.
Oh, it's a nice ass. I got a 1 and a -1.
Them knees.
Hmm.
All right. Well,
Also, Zio, if you're still watching this, I'm so sorry.
I'm pretty sure Zio is not. I believe that she's playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon instead.
I can only hope.
Me too.
I am also a little sorry if you're still here. Well, you don't really get anything definitive about whether or not she knew the meteor owner, although given the mention of her being disturbed by his death, either she has a real fear of trolls or probably. I mean, most people have a fear of trolls, but like maybe a little bit more than normal.
Did she know that big highfalutin gentleman that was killed yesterday too?
Sorry, I'm just double checking something here.
Yeah.
Oh yes, he was her most prominent customer.
Do you want to take another crack at networking, Sven?
Oh, sure. Or maybe I could try to persuade her to tell me.
Sure.
I'm not good at persuasion. I'm bad at it. So I sort of step closer and I'm a little almost menacing because I'm not good at it. And I'm trying to just sort of saddle up and say, hey, why don't you tell us everything? Because we're trying to help your poor deceased friend. We're trying to help figure out what happened, and we really need to know everything that you know. Oh,
Wow,
Sven
that's
is
an 8.
surprisingly persuasive.
Yeah.
Apparently.
So that's an 8, which is a success with a raise because you only take the high Damn Pookins. Because you only take the higher of the 2 dice. And she takes a step back from you. Obviously, you're a spooky boy. And she tells you, I don't know much. All I know is I believe she was seen in the company of a woman the night she died, and I found this ad clipped out of a paper, stuffed into the wall. And she hands you a newspaper clipping after digging through the box of personal possessions. It's an ad for it's a clipping for Gunald Blomstedt, attorney at law, with an address in the main business district on Svartov Street, which I will put in the chat. Not Unal, Gunald. Norse names are hard to pronounce.
What? Who was the woman?
I don't know. Just a woman was all I heard.
Has she been back since?
Not since the attack. It's possible she was a client, but I'm not sure.
Now, all these places that we've been to, how close together are they?
Like, how big is the town? If it has different districts.
Yeah, it's I guess kind of a mid-sized town.
Okay.
So probably about 1,000 people.
Okay.
Mid-sized by Old West standards,
Yeah,
not
Sure.
modern, obviously.
All right.
Well, might as well go see the attorney.
I guess so. I waggle my eyebrows at the person giving us the information. I say, "Thank you. I'll see you later."
I'm just gonna try and drag Sven off.
She just kind of nods and doesn't say anything more. And this is the image for this section, although I'm pretty sure it's not the image for the lawyer's office, but you've been looking at that image a while, so here's another image.
Nice.
I guess. I don't know where this image is supposed to be.
Looks
I
like a
mean,
gun shop.
If it's the attorney's place, this is great.
It's either
it's-
the bank or the general store.
Yeah, it's probably supposed to be a general store, but that isn't really. There's not really one. So you get this. It's a very nice image, though.
It is nice, yeah. I love black and white art.
Me too, and I love general Norse aesthetic stuff, which that cash register, hot damn. I mean, I don't
And
know
you
if that's
also
actually
love
Norse
just
aesthetic,
a wall full of guns.
that is one of my greatest joys in this world, yes. 2 walls full of guns, actually. One of revolvers and one of shotguns?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. Could be shotguns, could be rifles, it's kind of hard to tell. So, Gunald Blomsted's office, it's a very respectable looking business with an image of the god Forseti, which I think is law or justice or something like that, carved onto the door. And as you enter, you find a portly, well-dressed man frantically throwing items into carpet bags. What would you like to do?
Frantically, you say? Oh, damn, I'm shit at stealth. Well, too bad. I want to try and sneak up behind him and scare him so he'll drop everything, and then I can go root through his bags.
I'm just
Right.
gonna be scary. I'm not gonna sneak. I will provide a distraction by being loud. Not particularly loud, but loud.
So, Jesus. Rhoda, I assume you just walk in and go, hey, judging by your attempt
Kind
to
of like-
intimidation there.
Well, I've got my massive axe with me, so I just kind of let it hit the ground like a walking stick and just sort of. Hello?
Don't shoot!
Don't shoot.
He drops what he's holding and turns around, throws his hands up in the air.
Well, what
Now-
was he holding?
Now, why would I shoot you?
I don't know. And he was holding just miscellaneous, maybe some documentation or something.
I put my hand down on Sigrid. My revolver. Okay, then. Why say don't shoot?
Because I don't want to be shot. That's normally why people say don't shoot.
They usually say it when I'm actually pointing cigarette at 'em, though.
Well, you look like a very quick drawing
A little
gunslinger.
jumpy, aren't you?
Don't try to butter me up.
Are we getting lunch?
Are you the attorney lawyer person here?
Well, I am an attorney lawyer person, but I hope to no longer be here.
And why is that?
Because trolls are killing people willy-nilly?
Is it really willy-nilly, though?
I'd like to point out that I have a lightning cannon, and it just occurs to me that it's about 2/3 my height.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's big.
You drag it
So-
behind you. You're dragging it behind you on a little red rider.
I'm gonna put you back on the main page. That's the friggin' Gatling gun there. That's the lightning cannon.
Funny.
Alright.
Maybe that's why he's saying don't shoot.
Yeah, really.
You know, that's fair. Look, did they say willy-nilly in the Old West, do you think?
I think so. Let's just go with.
Alright.
Maybe it was Billy Nilly.
Billy. I'm doing a terrible job of Norse dialogue, I will admit, because I'm supposed to be like doing cannings and stuff like that, but so far I have just been talking like a standard Old West person.
Well,
Which-
me too. So yeah, they don't troll. Are the trolls really going around all Olaf Golaf then?
Sam, I am so glad I invited you to here.
You are a joy.
I just realized that you guys have been able to reroll stuff this whole time with your. I suck at explaining mechanics.
With the bennies.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I forgot to mention this. Sorry. You start every session with 3 bennies, which is a term that I absolutely detest saying, and it makes me want to spit every time. But
You just want to say benefits?
yeah, you start with 3 benefits.
Wait, Garm,
which
does
is
that make
not-
us your friends with benefits?
Oh, God.
I can't say much because I was just about to say it's not the kind of benefits that you'd get from Hrodny, but anyway, my dear friends with benefits, you can use them to re-roll things. It's, I think, most of what they do. That's about it. I figured I should mention that now. I should have mentioned that earlier, actually, but, you know, second best time to plant a tree is now, right?
True.
Yes, sorry, what were you asking?
If trolls really running around all Olaf Golaf, killing people.
Right, and that's what distracted me. Well, it seems pretty Olaf Golaf to me.
Really now?
Yeah, what'd you do to piss off the troll?
I'm a lawyer. People don't like me.
But you know one of the
Yeah. What
one
about
of the victims,
Gunholm?
right?
How are you trying to get this information out of him, Sven? Are you still trying to intimidate him with your hand on?
I am. I am
Yeah.
angry and tall.
All right. Yeah, Rhoda, give me an intimidation. Okay, that's an
There you go.
intimidation.
Yeah.
Um,
See, Sven actually isn't trying to intimidate. He's just being his natural self.
that's fair. He still has his hands up, by the way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is a success. And he says, "Yeah, look, Storlson recently updated his will, and then he got killed by a troll, and that will was stolen at some point. When I went to get it after he died, it was gone.
Wait, who?
The meadery owner.
But what about and you did their will.
It's one of the many things I do as an attorney at law. In
And
this
what
county.
about What about the soiled dove that was also a victim?
Do you want to give me persuasion or intimidation? Which one? Given how scared this guy is, you will probably have better luck with intimidation.
Yeah.
Do I need to be angry? No, I don't need to be angry.
No. A 4 is a success.
We're quite the crew. We're like waiting around for the point when we can become angry.
Pretty much, yeah. And he looks off to the side for a moment and goes, Renvig was my illegitimate daughter. Wait, no, that's wrong. This is an ambiguous use of his in the text that has thrown me completely awry.
The daughter of the person who was killed.
Yes, the daughter of Starolfsson. It says a raise will get him to confess that Renvig was his illegitimate daughter, which you can see how I'd make a mistake here.
Yeah.
She's like, wow, that's startlingly irrelevant.
Yeah, that's kind of like how is this group supposed to get this information? What's the Oh. Well, how is that all related to the rich guy that just fell ill yesterday?
If I fell ill, you mean
was brutally murdered?
Sure, I'm trying.
Well, he's not well, is he?
Yes, a tragic case of the claw sickness.
Yes, yeah, that one. That's sickness.
I am double checking things really quick here. Just because. What? Who are these people? Sorry, it's mentioned. There's a name being mentioned here. I'm like, wait, who the hell is that? I did read through this like last night. I swear.
It's okay, Bookins.
Pi, do you want to chill for our YouTube channel for a sec?
As soon as I stop giggling about the term Bookins, sure. You can subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/Midgardia, I think. Do we have a vanity URL?
Yes, we do. It's like it's way easier now, thankfully.
Oh, thank God. All right, so we have a vanity URL. You can see all of our previous broadcasts of one-shots, of our long-term campaigns, notably Mad Mage, where we have face cams and you can see Garm's face. You can also use Garm's face if you subscribe to us on Twitch, which you can do if you've got Amazon Prime/Twitch Prime. And if I can click, yeah. It's a great face. You would think it would be Grump, but every time he says it, he goes, much like he's trying to not do right now.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he did it and just didn't hit his push to talk button.
Yeah, I
never know.
So you can always hear when I talk, unfortunately. Or like cracking noises in the background.
But I will say that if you continue to subscribe to us on Twitch, we are soon going to have a surprised Pikachu face from Karu, which came from Mad Mage after, I believe, 3 crits in a row from Zeo.
Nice.
It's a beautiful face. We've also got Cat in a Box.
All right.
Cat in a Box.
Thank you, Pi. I think I've got it figured. Yeah, this doesn't have like a proper dramatized persona or something, which is too bad. And I'm learning valuable lessons about adventure design from reading this, which sounds like a really douchey thing to say. So I don't mean it in a douchey way. I like this module, but also, yes. You guys were asking how Renvig was related to. Well, Renvig was half-sister to Matilda, Dr. Maxon's wife, the son of Mr. Maxon, who was killed yesterday by a troll. And that's a lot of vaguely related people getting killed by trolls, and the will went missing. So quite frankly, I would like to leave town before something bursts in through the window and
Well,
gives
how are
me
you related
Quick,
then?
draw for initiative. Everyone duck.
gives me the old coliosis or something. I wrote the will. I have some legal authority.
Do you remember what was in the will that got stolen?
No, more importantly, who's next in line?
Well, Renvig was supposed to get 70% of the estate, and the rest was supposed to go to Matilda. And given that I'm the only one who can attest to the legitimate, like to that being what's in the will, maybe whoever wants that fortune is gonna come for me.
Well, then we best follow you now.
So who got cut out of the will that's mad about it?
Well, Matilda only got 30% of the fortune in the case of his death, since she married a fancy doctor man, and
Seems like we should go talk to Matilda.
yes, you do that, and I am going to
Come with.
go ride the iron. No, I'm gonna go ride the iron road out of town, get myself on a big old leave.
Don't you want to help these poor people?
I'm a lawyer. What do you think? No.
Don't you
There
have a
might be
civic?
money in it.
Don't you
There's
have
a
a civic
1,000-ring
duty?
reward.
Don't offer him our reward money.
I wasn't offering him anything. I was just telling him it existed. It was sneaky. Lawyers like that, right?
I like being, but no.
Don't you
Come
have a
with
civic?
us.
You have a civic duty to stay here and protect your clients.
My
Come
client
with
is
us.
dead.
I am angry. You will follow us.
Oh, now you've
What?
done it.
Why is she a Dalek now?
Sorry, what did you say, Garm?
Why is she a Dalek? Exterminate.
Valkyrie. Valkyrie.
Vaguely
She's
threatening
just-
him with a plunger.
She's
I don't
just
think-
misunderstood.
I don't think you want to see Rhoda Red Axe angry.
Do you don't want to see Rhoda's axe be red now, do you?
Too.
Thanks, guys. Fine. I'll come with you.
Who's got the most authority in this town?
Well, either the Jarl or the law thing.
Maybe we should go to the law thing.
Okay, I need you all to know every time you've said that, I think you said law thing.
He's
Yes.
real hairy.
The law thing.
The thing wouldn't be held out here. You know a thing's an actual thing in like Norse society, right?
Yeah. But
No
I can't even make dumb jokes about it because I
THING.
probably understand.
Yeah, no, that's how the thing is also spelled.
Okay.
A thing is where the leaders of various clans get together to decide on, laws and parliamentary matters and stuff. It's called
So
a thing.
things go to the thing.
Well, it would
Yes,
mostly be the
thing.
Jarls.
Yes. So let's go to the law thing, and you can tell him what you know, or
And-
her,
And,
whatever,
and
whoever it is.
they can protect you.
Yes.
Or you could, rely on what's a Norse?
While you are
equivalent
with
of
me,
Bessie?
you will not come to harm. Follow us.
All right. Let's go see Frody home. The law thing.
Who?
Frodo?
Frody Holm, the law thing.
Suddenly, this game has become a horrible mashup.
Frodo is not the law thing. I'm sorry.
Frodo Holmes, law detective.
That's somebody's fan fiction.
Okay,
And I
Frody
love
Holmes.
it.
I assume he's assisted by Sam Watson Gamgee.
Probably.
Hell World. All right. So,
Okay.
Sorry.
So what exact jurisdiction does the law Thane have here?
Roughly equivalent to an Old West sheriff. He's the law. Pretty much the only law. Yeah. Is there anything specific you're wondering about?
No, I was thinking maybe if we think this lawyer is going to be the next victim, we could just sort of stake out wherever he is and wait for it to show up and attack, and then we could kill it.
That's technically possible.
Or I'm gonna whisper to Sven that we could use our new friend as bait. Go see Matilda and tell her that it's her lucky day because she's now in possession of 100% of what's his face's will.
Just to see her reaction, or
Either that, or maybe she'll turn into a troll and kill him.
but she's going to be told what she wants to hear, so
Oh, so you're saying take him, go find her, and say that it's
There's
all gone to charity.
yeah, no, there's someone else challenging it, and we could tell her that we'll tell her somebody is challenging it, and then she'll send the troll after them if she's the one doing it.
Are we the baddies?
No, the troll murdering people is the baddie.
Yes. Well, and we don't have to tell her someone. We tell her me or you or Rhoda. Somehow Rhoda is gonna, inherit
I
everything.
am her
through-
sister
through-
from out of town.
Yes, through some weird, familial line.
Rhoda's literally not human, I should mention.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it should go to Rhoda for valiantly saving someone. And as thanks.
Yeah,
But
there's an obscure law somewhere. The lawyer can make something up that sounds real, right, lawyer?
probably.
Fantastic. We go.
I feel like making up laws is directly against my civic duty.
You're not actually making
You
up
aren't-
the law. You're just telling
I
her
thought you didn't
there's
have
one.
a civic duty.
Yeah, you were gonna run away.
You are helping us catch a murderer. All of the things are secondary. And I'm going to put one of my hands around his shoulders and start guiding him down the street.
Okay, Axe Lady, whatever you say.
My name is Rota. I am a Valkyrie.
Oh lord. Okay, definitely whatever you say. Praise Odin. Alright, so you're...
I
Where-
appreciate
thank you,
Garm.
I appreciate you all too. So, where are you remote controlling this man to?
To hit Matilda or what's
Yeah,
her
we're
name?
going to
Hilda?
Matilda's place, right?
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna lie to her and tell her that there's a problem with the.
Alright. So you're going to Maxon's place or Dr. Maxon's office?
Let's go to his place.
Alright. You go to his place, and the staff pretty much immediately tells you Dr. Maxon and his wife are at the office.
Nope, time to go to the office.
Wait. Is this where the murder happened?
He is.
Ah, you want to check
Can
out the
we
murder?
Yeah, let's see the scene first.
All right. You managed to weasel your way in through some words from our favorite lawyer. It's a nice place. It's a 2-story house, equidistant from the 3 places that Mr. Maxon owned. Excuse me. The parlor where he was killed has a large amount of blood staining the floor and walls as a result, probably of arterial spray. Can you all give me notice rolls?
Sure. So they haven't had time to clean it up yet.
Indeed.
I still do not see things.
Yeah.
Actually, can I use a benefit and
Yes.
use a benefit to re-roll that, right?
Yeah.
Holy.
I will in fact see things.
Wow.
You rolled
There
an
was
11
a battle here.
on the D4.
I admit I mildly regret letting you use that benefit there because a successful notice roll will reveal nothing else out of the ordinary.
Oh.
I'm a little sorry, Gazian.
No, it's okay. I wanted to pay attention to that blood spray. It was important to my character arc as a Valkyrie.
Right. But yes, with your very successful notice roll, there's no signs of 4th century, no muddy footprints from a troll, no troll slobber pools all over the ground, no chunks of meat strewn apart as it picked up the corpse and shook it back and forth like a dog or something.
Are there any claw marks?
There are not. Mr. Maxon was somewhat old. Probably wasn't good at bobbing and weaving, unlike the meadery owner, who I guess was fine at that.
Well, that's called walking if you've had enough mead.
Yeah. Man, I should have got some mead for this session. That would have been great.
You mean our session that doesn't have cams?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Tune in the future to see Garb get drunk on stream.
The future?
And also... Alright, yes, what would you guys like to do?
I guess
Is
we'll
it-
go to their office.
Yeah, I guess we're going to the office, right?
Good.
I'm suspicious.
What? Sorry.
You go up by 3 octaves?
So does one of us want to? Does one of us want to stay outside, and that'll be the person that the lawyer tells her is the next beneficiary?
It can be me.
You
I
don't
am
want
good at
to.
standing outside.
You don't want to come inside where they could see.
Well, wouldn't that defeat the purpose of creating a...
You're right.
Yes.
For now.
Alright, so you guys head to the office and you see a woman standing out front talking to, some well-wishers expressing their condolences of the various tragic deaths that have happened suspiciously around her over the course of the last few days. 2 people directly related to you and also a random prostitute. How tragic. And as she sees you, given that you are not exactly a subtle group of people, she locks eyes with Sven for she sees the 3 of you and the lawyer, and locks eyes with Sven for a second, and then goes inside.
With Sven? Not the lawyer.
Yeah, all right, probably with the lawyer. You're right. Sorry, I was distracted because the dog came down here.
What a good doggo.
She is getting pets. Yeah. So you see her duck inside. What would you like to do?
Wait, you said she was talking to well-wishers, which means there are probably still some people around, right?
Yeah.
I don't like where this is going, but I'm intrigued to see it continue.
Good news! We have found a new will!
The will was. Wait, what do you mean a new will?
I thought you went inside.
No, sorry, I mean various well wishers saying that.
There's been an updated will! Thanks to our friend, what's your name?
I
Rotha?
can't.
No,
I can't
the
scroll
lawyer.
up because I'm
The
petting
lawyer,
the dog.
Gunnold
It's like,
Blomstead.
thank you. The dog is on my right. My mouse is also on my right, so you know. It's a real problem.
Absolutely beautiful. Yes,
Yeah.
our new friend found it while going through his colleague's paperwork.
You hear the sounds of creaking wood from inside the office.
As
I
if
would like-
someone is listening at the door. Is that?
Or someone
like the
very large.
Yes, like someone is very large.
Oh. So wait, are we in the office or are we standing on the sidewalk talking to people?
As far as I know, you guys are still outside. If you want to go in.
Outside.
Yeah, let's go in.
All right.
That seems
you
like a
will-
bad idea, but this seems great.
I think Rhoda should come with us. Forget about waiting outside.
Okay, fair.
Just saying.
As you open the door, you see a fancy ass doctor man slowly changing into a troll. Oh, Callie, you're gonna make it really hard for me to start this, aren't you?
Can we roll for initiative?
Yes, you can.
I draw.
Yeah, please, Callie. Callie's the dog name.
What a good doggo.
I'm trying to do stuff, and she just like keeps smacking her head into my elbow, being like, "That's the arm that's supposed to be being used to pet me." 60 on spend. Crazy eyes, INR. Sorry.
Crazy Einar. Same thing, really.
I feel like that's what you all call me.
I just shortened it to crazy.
That's fair. Troll. I need to draw a card as well. Do you think it auto shuffled the deck? Because I have no idea.
If we all come up with different ones and in sequence, then no.
Deal one card to me, I suppose. Oop. Oh, hey, there's like an option for doing it straight to turn order, but we'll live here. So your troll friend has a king of clubs, so good luck with that. What do you guys have?
9 of clubs.
Ace of diamonds.
Oh, I was gonna say I have a suspicion it wasn't shuffled because I have a queen of clubs.
Yep, that.
Let's put the cards back and shuffle the deck.
What? I like my ace of diamonds.
I also don't know how to put it back.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, how do I put it back?
Yeah, that's a really good question. For those of you playing along at home, this is not the. Oh, I don't know.
I tried dragging it onto the deck and it didn't do anything.
Yeah. Oh, I can recall. Hold on. Recall.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
What do you recall?
Nothing. My memory's bad.
All right.
Thank you, Sam.
Well, first Garm has to decide how many cards he's discarding.
Yeah, all right. Deal one card. Deal cards to turn order items. Must be.
Did we shuffle? Did we shuffle first?
I did hit shuffle twice.
Did you do it right?
I have no idea. All right. I got a jack of hearts.
Does it say? I got a 7 of diamonds. I am even slower.
It drew 2 cards for me accidentally.
The fuck? Oh, did you?
I probably hit the 2 instead of the 1 accidentally.
Yeah, no, I just hit deal to all of you. That's what happened there.
Oh, so you drew
Oh,
a card and Garm
I-
drew you a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just use
yeah,
the first
well,
looks
one.
like it. Okay, Joker.
Joker.
Oh,
Oh my
wait,
god.
the fuck? Okay.
What does that mean?
A Joker
Means we're special.
means
I
you
don't
have
one
the initiative
actually-
of choose where you would like to go in the order, even if you interrupt someone else's turn.
Oh,
You
that's
might
fun.
also have you also get like a +2 to all your rolls, and you might have a quirk that does something else. Like Rota deals double damage if they have a Joker.
Interesting. I do not think I have quirk that does.
Sure,
Yeah,
the
I
only
don't-
one that has the quirk.
Right.
All right, well, that's horrific. But so do one of you want to go before the troll then?
Yeah, I do, of course.
Go for it.
I'm gonna pull out my guns and shoot it. The problem is I had not drawn my guns. So is that like an action or how does this work?
From I'm quickly reading through the thing.
It's been a long time.
It's
Let's
not.
see.
It's not a complex action or anything, so I'm just gonna say go for it, I guess. Yeah, you can drop an item while walking, and that's a free action. So I'm gonna guess pulling out a gun's fine.
Okay. I also have a thing called Two Gun Kid that I can take a second shooting attack with a gun in my other hand with no multi-action penalty. So I'm gonna
Cool.
shoot at the troll twice.
All right.
With
So-
2 of your 6 guns.
Yeah, with 2 of them. There's 1 and 2.
Well, those are both successes. Oh, and there's an extra +2 on each, so that actually does it. Yes. So both of them are successes with raises, which I believe gives you additional damage.
So I think the Joker only gives me +2 on all trait and damage rolls. Does this count as a trait roll?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you've got a
so-
9, 10, respectively.
Okay, so +2 to my damage as well. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I do damage on here? Or I guess
There
might-
should be a damage button right below to the left on the weapon.
Oh, on the weapon. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh. No, it's not.
And you get an extra 1d6 on
Oh,
both.
There
of
it
them.
went.
Holy.
Wow.
Oh, how did you roll a 23 with a
Um,
2d6?
Both 6s exploded.
Yeah.
yeah.
God. No, the second one exploded twice. I
Something
think.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And you get an addition. Give me another d6 for the top one, or for each of them as well,
Oh, wow.
because you got a raise there.
A 5 and a 3.
Okay, so that's
As Garm
20.
hurriedly quadruples this troll's health.
Holy cow.
would I do a thing like that?
41 damage in 1 turn. You might.
That's fair. I am double checking very quickly to see if you have just like outright killed it. And the answer is I've never done combat before, so this is going to take me a minute.
Wow.
Yes, for those of you playing along at home, if you're not a devoted Midgardia fan, which, to be frank, I think only like 2 people are, I'd like that number to go up in the future.
We have fans?
Well, we've got you and Jesus, and
Okay, that's fair.
that's, yeah, and me. I'm our biggest fan. Anyway. Oh, God. Okay. While Right. So basically, the way damage works, as far as I understand it, is you have a toughness score. Any damage below that score does basically nothing to you. It's a representative of how tough you are. So if you, so you can't just be like nicked down by 1 HP, like 1 HP attacks over time. And the more damage over the toughness, the more wounds you take. And wild cards like you guys have 3 wounds. Whereas normal extras like rando NPCs and stuff only have 1 wound. And
On the other hand, this thing's a troll.
Yeah. Which is it is a wild card, so it does have 3 wounds. So let's see, you did a lot. You did 28 damage on the first attack, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it's dead. That thing's dead.
Does it turn back into the doctor, or does it stay a troll?
That's a really good question.
And is that Matilda lady anywhere?
She is gone. Although you may have heard a door slam as you guys were entering.
Also, all the people that we were talking to outside, are they peering in?
50-50 shot, some peering in, some running away.
Yeah, right.
So basically what's happened here is you guys have walked in, saw a troll, Sven pulled out both of his guns and just lit this freaking troll up, and this thing collapses back to the ground and turns back into Ingvar. Good God.
I helpfully shout, "You've killed the doctor!"
I killed the troll, you idiot.
I look at Rhoda. You saw it was a troll, right? Right?
Yes, it was a troll.
Outside, you hear the sound of a horn.
Valiant combat, but
I protected you.
In the distance, you hear screaming.
Screaming? Rhoda's going outside. Gotta find the screams. What's going on? Is it battle?
It will be.
You hear somebody shouting, "Trolls! They're coming from everywhere!"
Oh,
They
crap.
what?
Trolls! They're coming from everywhere, all around the town.
Okay.
There's more than one?
Let's kill some more trolls.
Oh no.
In the interest of not spending the next 6 hours of our lives doing the same round of combat over and over, the book helpfully suggests going into a more narrative mode for this. So basically, there are a crap load of trolls attacking the town. What do each of you try and do about it? And I'll make you do 1 roll each, and we'll describe what happens.
I am using my axe and cleaving my way to safety. I will protect this town.
Excellent. Give me a
We
fighting
shall
roll.
ride eternal, bloody, and steel.
Excellent. In the name of mighty Odin, or whatever.
I got a 5.
5, which is technically a success.
I'm using one of my benefits on that. I can do better than a 5.
All right.
Okay, I got a 5.
All right. Do you want to give me your damage?
Oh, God.
I am so sorry, Gassian. I mean, 5's still a success. And for what it's worth, a raise only gives you, no matter how many raises you get on the attack, you only get 1 additional d6. 9 damage. All right.
9 damage.
All right. So, what are the rest of you doing? As Rhoda goes to axe everything.
I'm just going to shoot at any troll I see.
All right. Give me 1 shooting roll. I know you have 2 guns, but...
Yep.
Good lord, sir.
Yeah, it's a D10.
No. He's got 6 guns.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. All right.
Yeah.
Friggin' 14 to hit. That's absurd.
Yes.
Sven is much better at fighting, apparently.
He's
Modern
6 guns.
technology.
Well, my guns will eventually run out of bullets is the problem.
It's true. And this isn't
Blades
Destiny
don't
2,
need
so the
reloading.
axe won't. Sorry?
Blades don't need reloading.
And what about you, Crazy Eyes Einar? I'm going to go ahead and guess it involves the lightning cannon.
Technology is doing great work in this town. And I would like to create a miniature lightning storm from the end of this beautiful, beautiful cannon. Towards a troll, ideally.
All right. Is that just a power, or is there a role associated with it?
It is a power. It is, I don't know if there's a role.
Should be able to dump the text of it.
So, lightning cannon is needed to use powers, and it says on a critical failure, suffers malfunction. Which makes me think there's a role to it, but I don't know what the role is. That may be the weird science.
That's probably the weird science. Yeah, give me a weird science roll. Well, good news
That would be 4.
Still a success.
Technically still good.
All right. So as these trolls are storming into town from various directions, Rhoda is valiantly slicing her way through the hordes, screaming as she's covered in like horrible orange iridescent troll blood, and just like cleaving her way through the hordes. Meanwhile, Six Gun Sven is masterfully shooting, any troll coming from the other direction, to try and minimize the chance of shooting Rhoda by accident. It can be hard to tell a terrifying savage beast from Rhoda sometimes, to be fair. It's like headshotting them one after another, quick, like pulling out a moon clip and reloading his revolver as he goes and all that stuff. Meanwhile, standing beside him, Crazy Eyes Einar fires a freaking lightning storm into the same horde.
I'm helpful.
Yeah. And it takes a while, but eventually the attack seems to cease, and you can smell the smell of lightning in the air, what we modern folk would call ozone. Yes, ozone. Yes, what's up?
What was the lawyer doing this whole time?
Cowering.
Okay. I told him to stay put.
He probably stayed put fairly near there, but maybe crawled under the boardwalk or something.
Okay.
He did not, in fact, turn into a troll or other villainous figure.
Now all of these.
Yeah, he already started as one.
As we as we kill these, they're all turning back into regular townsfolk. Is that?
No, these ones are just trolls.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. So then, as you're doing all of this, you at one point something catches your eye from a balcony above you, and you see a man with an eye patch leaning on the railing, looking down at this glorious battle, and he smiles at you for a second before turning, his cloak billowing in the wind, and walking away back into the building.
Do I recognize him?
Odin?
Gaz is on the right track here. You're not sure, but if it is Odin, that's certainly the kind of shit Odin does. And that's as the bodies cool and peace slowly returns to the town, and probably the Undertaker's very happy about how much business they will get to do. You guys receive your reward, and that's the end of that.
What happened to Matilda? Yeah.
Weird thing, you're not really sure. There was a lot of commotion, and no one seemed to find her body.
Bitch.
Perhaps she's still out there, causing various Nordic mischief.
Yes.
I mean, she's trolling cities?
Well, the trolls did come around all Olaf Golaf on us.
Those words will never leave me. Thank you very much. So that was Sagas and Six Guns. What'd you guys think?
It's interesting.
I like exploding dice.
I
Yeah.
do too.
Yeah.
I picked this not only because I really like Nordic things, but also because I thought it might make a good like I guess dry run for us trying out the system and seeing if we want to do
Yeah.
it for more things.
Savage World seems really fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, and
nice and simple.
There's a ton of settings. I mean, you could do a
Yeah,
lot
that's
with
what
it.
Garb said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you like the sort of fast kind of like, well, I mean, you saw how how fast this combat accidentally went, like that. But that sort of thing happens. The 4 or 5 times I've played this, that happens to someone every time. Like someone just has some amazing, explosions and yeah. But it's like the whole point is to go with it and and make it work. I ran a Deadlands game a few years ago, Deadlands Reloaded, and it's a Savage Worlds setting, and it has like zombies and stuff, but it has this fear mechanic that that kind of tampers down that excess explosions if you want to keep things more sort of less explodey. But I think it's really fun with the exploding dice, so I don't see any reason to,
I did forget that the troll is supposed to fear you, but quite frankly, given your role, that would not have made a difference.
Yeah.
Well, he was still transforming. He didn't have time to fear
Yeah.
us.
That's
we
fair,
caught
yeah.
we caught him unawares.
Yeah.
We
And
got
yeah,
him pants transformed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a ton of interesting settings for it, and its motto is what, fast, furious, and fun or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So like Pi joked about me, quadrupling the troll's health or something, which I didn't do because it's kind of antithetical to the way the system's supposed to be. And it's definitely kind of a bit of a culture shock coming from D&D 5e, where it's just like, yeah, sometimes the big bad guy just gets shot to death in one shot because he got a really nice shot, because that's how guns work.
Right.
Right?
Because that
Yep.
was the brightest bullet in the revolver, yes.
Apparently,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Also, if you want to give the translations for the signs over to the nice people, you can.
yeah, let me scroll up and read all of those off. It's way up there. All right, so Pi, our wonderful friend Pi, transcribed all of them. Bulbatan, Pukins, Babapsk, Roma, and Iant and Koza, apparently. Oh yeah, there is just one more thing I'd like to show you before we end the session. The cover for the main core book has 5 characters on it, and there are 6 pre-gens. So I had to make a token for the last one. So he looks like this. This is the
Well
token I
done,
was.
Garm.
Thank you. It's a picture of a man in the traditional dress of the Telemark region of Norway, which I
Nice.
thought was appropriate.
Wait, which pre-gen was that?
Torvald the Talker.
That's why you're sad nobody picked him.
No, I'm sad because he's really useful.
Oh.
But
You mean
yes.
unlike the party of -2, -2, and -1 to persuasion?
Right. But we sure can fight.
Yep.
Who needs persuasion when you have intimidate?
It's true.
Problem?
Well, look, we had
Solved.
persuasion. That's the name of Rhoda's axe, persuasion.
This is canon.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
But yeah, I hope to run more of this soon. I actually have like a campaign pitch drafted for one of the other settings.
Hell yeah!
So we'll see about that. I'm not sure if I'd run this setting again, but I do I do have a soft spot for some
Is that
aspects.
because you can't pronounce all the Norse names?
It is slightly embarrassing, I will admit, but no, it's mostly it's mostly weird issues to do with like colonialism, I guess, because it's a
Yeah,
fantasy
that's
setting,
fair.
and yeah, it's a fantasy setting, and part of the setting is like, you know, the Europeans, well, I guess fantasy Europeans go to fantasy North America, and there's no indigenous cultures there, and it makes it seem kind of like part of the fantasy is that there's no natives, which feels weird for a guy who grew up beside a reservation to run that. And that's nothing against the author or anything. That's probably just my own personal neuroses.
But that's fair.
Yeah. And we're going to raid our dear friends. Welcome to the party.
As you frantically type.
Yeah. They're doing something. They're doing a wrestling RPG apparently. So yeah, stop by, say hi, and if you enjoyed this, subscribe to us on Twitch or YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Patreon. We have all of those. Have a good night, everybody.
Woohoo!
Bye, guys.
Night.
Middle of the fucking afternoon.
Shoosh! It's night.